Hello everyone. In this video, we will be learning about the physical properties of metal. So before jumping into these properties one by one, we will first understand what is a metal. So metal are the substances that are formed naturally below the surface of earth. Example: lithium, magnesium, sodium, aluminium, etc. So how can we further classify this metal? So, in chemical sciences, these metals are classified on the basis of their physical property and chemical property. And in this video, we will be looking at some of the physical properties of metal that give them their characteristics. So, we will start with our first property of metal, that is the metallic luster. The property of metals to have a shiny surface or a metallic shine, that is known as a metallic luster. We all have seen the gold jewelries, the silver jewelries, or the platinum jewelries. They are so shiny in nature, and this property is due to the metallic luster. And the second property is ductility. The property of metal that allows them to be stretched or drawn into wires without breaking is known as ductility. Example: the copper and aluminium wire used in electric appliances and circuit. The third property is malleability. This property of metal allows them to be shaped into thin sheets. We all have seen the aluminium wrapping foil that we use to wrap our food to keep it warm. So, this is possible only due to the property of metals that is known as malleability. The fourth one is all of us have seen food getting cooked in a burner. So, what if we leave a spoon in the utensil on a burner? The spoon gets hot, and why this happens? Because the heat gets transferred. So this property of metal that allows heat and electricity to pass through them makes them a good conductor of heat and electricity. The fifth property of metal is high melting and boiling point. We all know water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. And what about an iron rod or an aluminium or a copper? They all have a very high melting and boiling point due to the force of attraction, which we will study in further classes. So only there is one metal that is liquid at room temperature, and that is mercury, and all other metals found are solid. So this gives these metals high melting and boiling point. The last property of the metal is sonorosity. So the property of metal to produce sound when hit by another metal is known as sonorosity. For example, the bell we hear after each class is due to this physical property of metal, that is sonorous, the property to produce sound. So after this we can have a new definition of metal based on their physical properties. We can say that metals are those with metallic luster, ductility, malleability, sonorosity, high melting and boiling point, and a good conductor of heat and electricity. So I hope you have understood the physical properties of metal, and thank you.